My girl Kat said, gotcha. That was it, and that was all. Gotcha. It's about time. She wasn't about to slip up again. Listen here. Let's go on beyond these gates. Hey guys, listen. Thank you so much for clicking on the video. What's up, Miss Kiki? Listen, y'all heard her. Kat said, gotcha. Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. Okay, so listen. I'm ready. I was so excited. Y'all know what Thursdays give. But here we're going to do Wednesday and Thursday. This is episode 52 and episode 53. 53 gave me so much pleasure. It most certainly did. It most certainly did. You say, hey, I was just watching your review on episode 51. Excellent. 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 What's up, y'all? Welcome, welcome. Good evening, everybody. Good evening. One sec, y'all. Okay. All right. So listen. So in episode 52, wasn't a whole bunch. That's why I ain't come in yesterday. I said they setting me up. They setting up for my Thursday cliffhanger. That's what they give, Thursday cliffhangers. So we had Nicole. This was good though. When Nicole and Andre done tipped over there, and he gonna go butter up his Aunt Nicole and go talk to her, and he didn't know Aunt Nicole was pissed. Aunt Nicole wasn't ready. She wasn't ready. She was pissed off, and he's talking to her, and she like, oh, so now that I found out that you knew what was going on, and you couldn't tell me. You were trying to shelter my feelings because I'm just so broke up. I said, oh, she's mad. And you can see all of Andre's face. You know, that Andre, he's really good at evoking different emotions. He does a good job. He really does. His face was so cracked. Now, the way that I actually get it, it feels like Ted and Nicole basically took him and kind of like fostered him through. And so it's like they kind of like raised him. You know, he after like what, 9 or 10 years old. And I don't think that she's ever spoken to him with that type of tone in her voice. Thank you, CJ. I don't think his auntie has ever spoken to him with that type of tone. And that really will throw you up. Right, Des, he acts with his whole body the way it's supposed to be done. Yes, he does. With his little chinky ass self. I said, come on here, Andre. But she cracked his little face and hurt his little feelings. I said, baby, he got the niggas blaming. I felt kind of bad for him though. But baby, old slutty Danny to the rescue. Hattie Danny was like, hey, back up off my man, sissy. Don't do that. Don't do that. I said, damn, Daddy, you damn near told on yourself, girl. She said, don't you speak to my pain that way, honey. So she, Nicole, Nicole be reading the room. Nicole clocked the connection between the two of them. She just ain't able to put her finger right down on it yet, but she clocked it. And here's the thing. Danny kind of forced them to kind of fix it real quickly. And, she came down, she brought it down, and they fixed it up. Now, I have to say, it actually did. The scene did actually make me tear up. So it really, really did. I was like, shoot. Hey, Spillitboy, I know you love Kat, but I can't stand her. Oh, no, D. I liked me some Kat. In the beginning, I wasn't so sold on Kat, but I like Kat. I do. I like Kat. I have grown to like Kat. Kat's that girl. She really is. She's all the things. She's spoiled. She's bougie. She, little mother. I like Kat. I like Kat, and she be on it. She reads the room. She's her mother's daughter, truly. She truly is. So, is what it is. What you say, and Danny, we're all this bass in your voice when Bill was around, child. Oh, child. Danny do what Danny do, but Bill still got a hold on Danny. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. He still got a hold, but going through helping her sister keeps it kind of off her so she can fight a little bit. So we're gonna say Kat has grown on me. She really did, because I really at first I was like, but I like me some Kat. I do. Kat got just what Eva and her mother is looking for. She got it. She is a formidable opponent for them, baby. Kat's walking around here giving ka-chow. I like it. I like Eva. I'm sorry. Well, you just hang on over there. You got a good seat here. You go over there and sit in it, honey, because Eva is the slick, the sly, and the wicked, and she crazy. But we're gonna talk about it. So just hold on, D. You hold on there and play devil's advocate, because that's who you up there rooting for, the devil and her daughter. But y'all know I love me some Leslie. Eva just working my nerves, but I do like Leslie. Leslie, she's a good villain. Anyway, but the scene with Andre and his auntie did make me tear up. It really did. Now, here's the thing. So Danny lied. She lied about Andre to her sister, because her sister brought it right to her. As soon as Andre left, baby, she said, "What's going on, honey? What's going on with you and my nephew, honey?" She know her sister's a tramp, honey. She knows. She knows. So I just love you. Review this soap. I'm enjoying you. Thank you, Theta. Yeah, she knows what her sister's giving. She just got to put her thumb all the way down on it, and she probably gonna get her together. I can't wait. But did you see how fast Danny was like, "All right, this is nice. Are we talking about a movie?" No, Mateus, we talking about the damn show. I had to come back. I just came back from the movies, though. I did literally that's what took me so long to get to y'all, because I was coming earlier. I just came in from seeing a early release of Final Destination. Bloodlines or Blood Ties or whatever. Child, y'all can wait on that to come on a Sunday afternoon for free. Anyway, but that's No, we're doing my soap opera, Mateus. We're doing my soap opera. So, did y'all see how fast Danny slipped out of there and ran on over to her house and jumped up in that bed with Andre? I said, look at her, and then gonna ask him, how does she put it? They laying up there doing their little love scene. And listen, to the actors that play Ashley and Derek, look at Danny, look at Andre. That's how a love scene is supposed to be. It was sensual. It was palpable. You could damn near taste it. It wasn't that old wet chicken look y'all was giving. It was giving sex. Come on. It got to make you say, when we saying y'all, we was like, oh, Anyway, but it was a good sex scene, like they always have good sex scenes. And what she said to him, she said, what took you so long to find your way into my bed? And I said, hey, Danny, he had to grow up first. You nasty buzzard. Anyway, moving right along. Kat and Eva had a little run-in. Why is Eva trying Kat? She listened to her and all that good stuff. She listened to her. But Eva's trying her. She's trying to talk. Well, we're half sisters. No matter what. You do you. I said, see, this is the problem. To do the things that you did and then be talking shit like that, that'll get you busted in the mouth. Even you doing too much too fast. Some people are softening on you, but you trying. You're trying it with Cat. See, Cat saw you. The rest of them still, they didn't see you. She saw you, and you playing. You really playing. I did hear the movie theaters are releasing Sinners again for a second premiere. Now listen, that's worth every dime. Sinners is worth every dime. I don't care how many times you see it, you're going to see something that you didn't see the first time. And I do need to come live and actually get up with y'all and open up my platform, and we have a sit down. We could do a panel conversation about Sinners. I think that would be very interesting to really get up with y'all, and we could really talk for real about Sinners, because it's one of the movies. Every time you see it, you're going to see something that you didn't see the first time. You'll pick up on something or get a better vision of what it was that you saw that just kind of like blew by. So definitely, I'm gonna have to set that up. We're gonna have to do that and do it at a decent hour, maybe, or maybe we'll get some drinks and do it on the weekend at a indecent hour. You know how we hang out. Okay, so Cat's trying Eva. Martin slides in. Martin then did a whole flip about since he's seen his dad, and he wanting to invite Eva for pizza at the house with the kids and all of that. Kat said, "What? You going to do what now?" And she walked out on him. She said, "You do what you want to do. I ain't doing that. I'm not doing that." And he did. He went ahead and took her over there. Baby, Samantha ain't nothing but the third wheel with her cousins, because she gave Eva the blues. She said, "Oh, that's that Eva?" I said, "Oh, easy little girl. But Samantha, she gave her the blues, but it didn't take too much longer, because she said she came for grandma. What you want us to do with her? She literally came for grandma. And when she said it, I was thinking about Anita, but no, her grandmother is actually Nicole. Nicole's her grandmother. Anita's her great grandmother. So yeah, she wasn't trying to hear that. Yeah, she wasn't trying to do that. Anyway, but Martin did this whole speech on family and not running for president and all that. And by the time they got done with that and pizza, she had done won Samantha over playing in her hair. So she was doing little hairstyles on her and stuff. So we could get to see that she actually is supposedly this good hairdresser. So she should be able to do something with herself. And Ted got her a job at a really reputable salon in the area. So, that's nice. Now, June is sick. And I wrote my notes. What is it that June left on that seat? There was something that she left. It was like a photograph that she left in the seat when they got her out of there. Because, June was working my nerves with this whole mental illness and just fighting back. They try to help her. She fighting. I get it. But it was wearing my nerves then. But yeah, she left the picture on the seat, and Naomi grabbed it. Let me throw this at y'all too. In my travels in these streets, I was hearing some rumbling about the hair on Naomi, and some of the girls were saying that she's supposed to be a natural hair girl, and what are they doing with her wigs? But if you really pay attention, her wig, it is natural. She's still in a natural hairstyle. If you look at the roots and stuff, it's still a coarse hairstyle. It ain't blown out straight at all. She's not giving blown out straight. It's still giving natural. It's still a natural hair look. Pay close attention. Look in the roots. It's still giving very natural girl. It's giving natural. Yeah, it's giving natural. So I just say that. I want to talk about it because I can. Period. Yes, you did, Chief. Yes, you did catch me live. Okay, so no, so she is a natural girl, head wise. Anita and Vernon going back and forth, back and forth. Finally, she agrees to the articulate reunion. Convinced her to call the girls. She called the first girl. I think her woman's name was Sharon. She said, "Hello, Sharon. This is this is Anita, baby." She gave her click. I said, "Oh," and that's where it kind of ended out. So that's why I told y'all, no, I didn't come to y'all yesterday because that's really all they gave me, and I knew that today would be my my cliffhanger that would be worth and worthy of us getting together. So listen. So Mama Dupree got hung up on, baby. She banged on her. Bam! I said, oh, damn. Okay, so today we breeze in. We start right in with Ashley and Derek. Let me just get them right on out of the way. Ashley and Derek. Ashley, you a mean heifer. You mean, and ever since he moved in with you going through something back and forth, and it's not. I thought it was just the spaces. I said, y'all in this little tuna can together. I get it. Y'all need to get a bigger place. But after you ended up running into Andre, you remember how it feels to have a fire burning in your panties. And it's not just the space. It's not just him being a slob. It's actually you realize that you really don't like Derek that much. That's where we're heading. You really don't like Derek that much. And listen, these things happen. Better now than later. Better now than later. But see, here's the thing, Miss Ashley. Karma. Karma's not a very nice lady. And what if, just what if, y'all call me. What if you go ahead and drop Derek and think that you can seduce Andre? I promise you, you're not going to get Andre because Andre, he still look at you and give you a little eye. But baby, Danny got that wrapped up, okay? Danny done screwed her way right on up into Andre's throat area. She got Andre. You not getting him, sis. So what if you going out there and keep being nasty like you are? Because he came to you, heifer, and told you, I think that the problem is that we need more space. How about we get a place together? We both got incomes. I said, come on, Derek. We both got incomes. We could do a better place. We get a whole house and just rent it. We ain't got to buy it until after we get married. We could rent a place and have a garage, and we'll have plenty of space where we can separate out and we can put it together, and it won't feel like either one is. It'll be us. It'll be our stuff. You don't want to be with that man. You don't want to live with that man, and I don't believe you want him no more. I believe you just are kind of over the whole thing. So why don't you go ahead on and do what it is that you try to do? But wouldn't it be interesting if once you turn him loose, Shanice pick him on that? Because Shanice already told you. She already told you that she got her eye on that fireman. I think I would get interested in their storyline at that point because I ain't interested in their storyline with her trying to get Andre. It ain't happening. But if Shanice introduced Derek to the dark arts, honey, Miss Ashley's face would be cracked. I thought it, Samuel, I thought it was just that she just didn't want to live with him. But she don't like that man. It was just that fast. Staying with him that little bit of time. She didn't realize she don't like that man. She don't like that man. And he wasn't able to even bang her around that one night. He wasn't able because he wasn't liking her and the way she was acting, the way he was being treated. But you know, after he went and had a shower, he came back out and he felt a little better. He banged her around a little bit. They was all right for about 30 minutes, but then she was back on the bull crap right afterwards. They need to go ahead on You said he need to make Ashley, Joey's daughter, and she would have money. I don't know if I would buy that one. But I want her to get her karma. I just want her to be just worked. I want her face cracked because she played too much. She played too much. She got on my nerves. She didn't got on my nerves. So, okay. Bill sitting around there and he gets this visit. Now, Miss Dana, Leslie, whoever you being, girl, whoever you're being, I'm living for it with this green snake skin. That coat was cold-blooded. You hear me? Cold. I said, girl, she was wearing that coat. That coat was bad as shit. But she came up in there like she do. I love how she walks in there and she just goes into every room like she owns the room and she ain't got a pot to piss in and a window to throw it out of. But she walked in their rooms like she owned it. Went in there. He done sent her a cease and desist, right? I said, Bill, really? And then the more I'm looking, I said, whoa, wait a minute. That necklace was sharp too. She be hooked up. She really do be hooked up. Gave her cease and desist. I said, Bill, you kind of notice she got some mess with her, and you really don't want to go toe to toe with her for real because you don't want that publicity like that. You don't want that bad publicity, right? And she said what she had to say, and then told him. I said, she ain't scared of you, punk. She told that. She said, listen, you do your worst, and I'll do mine. I said, now who comes in dealing with a man who told you they would have your child kidnapped? I mean, literally terrorized you. I said, I'm here for the come up. I'm here for the come up. You terrorized that woman. And that woman came back with a vengeance and told you, I don't give a damn what you talk about. I don't even like this baby. You can kidnap her. You can have her. But if you piss it around with me, I'm going to give you something. I'm going to show you something. I said, yeah, I like me some Leslie. Leslie ain't got good sense. I like it. I like it. I'm here for it. She ain't scared of him at all. And then he goes and gets in touch with Bill. I'm with Ted. Bill called Ted. Ted come over there. He's going to tell him, you got to watch out for Dana. I said, ciao. And my Monica, I said, funny how the tables turn. Turn. So now you ain't calling Ted to get Leslie up off your neck now. I said, boy, don't get so comfortable. Baby, that Leslie is too much, honey. I love it. So she got him together. In the midst of them talking, Naomi come in and gonna say, look at the two of y'all riding together again. I said, oh, child, ain't nobody respecting the two of y'all. Y'all the two clowns on the block now. I said, wow. Also, the show was foreshadowing with Leslie in that green snake skin for being venomous, and Eva was black and white snake skin for not being venomous. But she actually is, though, Senator LaVon. She actually is. We're going to talk about that, too, because I told y'all before that Eva is absolutely her daughter, her mother's daughter. She is slick, sly, and wicked as well, but she needed a little push. She needed a little push. Her mama just crazy and just all around left of center. But Eva is something else, too. She's something else. I'm gonna talk about it in a sec. So we had that whole thing. Then Naomi ended up having to leave out. She goes and she's just coming to give her dad the blues a little bit and really checking on him on the sly. Because she still care about that man. She really do. And we got Naomi goes. She got that call. She had to go on out there. She goes to the hospital and sees June. June got pneumonia. She has pneumonia, and she was liking her time at the hospital. They done cleaned her up a little taste, and she said, "They're going to tell her." I said, "Look at you. Tell me, is that hot cop coming back here?" She said, "You mean my husband?" I said, "Girl, straighten her up now, honey. Straighten her up, because no. Just because she likes to sleep under bridges, nobody is to be trusted, especially around here. These women, they all man thieves, honey. You better get her now before you have to clean her up, honey. You better get her in check. That hot cop, really, ma'am?" Anyway, so they addressed the picture, because I wrote that in my note yesterday. They addressed the picture of some kids. I believed them are her kids, but she said, "Who are those kids?" She said, "I don't know who they are. I just like it. It makes me feel good." I said, I believe them are her kids. You said you thought June was a lesbian. She didn't give me lesbian vibes. I didn't get lesbian from her at all. I just got a woman that done been through some stuff. She's just a hardened black female. But everything hard ain't always a lesbian. And I didn't get that from her, D. I didn't get lesbian. She didn't read as lesbian for me. She just read as some mental illness and just a hardened soul. And I don't believe that she was always hard like that. She's actually cute. She's a cute little lady. She really is. They just need to clean her up. But she's a cute little lady. I think that's Haley's mother. I keep hearing y'all say that y'all think that that's Haley's mom. I don't know. Haley is some kind of something. She get on my nerves too. All this screwing in the office. Why is that necessary now? Why is it necessary? You already got a whole case that you just had to settle all these millions of dollars. You're screwing around with this broad, and everybody knowing that, everybody know how y'all got together. It still is not a good look for the optics of y'all laying around. Do it when you go home. Get a room. Y'all got a couple. Y'all just bought a house. So I don't know. Them two get on my nerves. I think that was Samantha and Tyrell in the picture. Wouldn't that be a mess if that now you're talking, Kayla. Now you're talking if those are her children and the Duprees have them. Ooh, that would be a mess. That would really be a mess. Yeah, that'd be a mess. That'd be some good shit, though. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, that would be off the chain. Maybe it's Haley's older sister. I don't see her being Haley's mother. I think I like the theory of her being the kids' mom. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Yeah, I'm saying I like that. I do. I like that because I think she's a cute lady. I really do. I think she's a cute lady. She could very easily be their mom because they're adorable. Them two, they're adorable. They are with their messy selves. Okay, so where are we at? Naomi and June. Oh. Ted and Kat. Ted and Kat. Hey, Harold. Ted and Kat finally have their little scene together, and they introduced the new Ted. So our Ted is gone, and we get the new Ted. Let me say this. Let me just say this right now. They had a scene. I said for him to be coming in, this was rough. They put him to the test because this was a rough scene to have to be your first scene. It was going to be crash or burn. Crash or burn, because this scene needed some actual acting. Actual acting for us to buy that you were the new Ted and all of this. You were going to either crash or burn. We were going to love you or hate you. Absolutely, Kayla. The voiceover when they said the new Ted is being played by so and so and so and so. You know what it reminded me of? And it's how I envisioned it in my head, how they were going to do it, and they did it exactly like I thought they would do it. if you go back to, y'all know Mommy Dearest is like, Mommy Dearest and Mahogany are my favorite movies of all time. Mommy Dearest, when Christina was sick, was really, really sick, and her mom had to come onto her soap opera and play her, and the voiceover was almost exact to the way that they introduced the mother on, and Christina was sitting there gagging. Says, she doesn't look like me. She looks like she could be my old sister. So I envisioned it being like that, and it literally came in. I mean, everything about it, the cadence of it and all. I was like, I don't know if they was over there paying homage or it was just me, but I was so satisfied. So satisfied. But they did this whole thing, and he got to telling her, explaining himself about what it was that drew him to Leslie and this, that, and the other. He didn't stretch it out real long. He just did it, took the lines, he delivered it, did the shit out of the scene. He really, really did. He did the shit out of the scene and showed us that he deserved to be there. He deserved to be there. I can't even comfort a young man. I can't. As I was prepared to just be ready to drag him and say, I don't like him. I couldn't do it. He proved himself this afternoon that he deserves to be there. He deserves to have this chance at being there. He was very good in this scene. It was very believable. Him and Kat played well together. They really did. They played well together. Now, we're going to talk about that, April. He not going to grow on me. He not. I'm going to respect him because I still like the character of Ted. I will respect him, but he ain't fine to me. He not. He don't move me like Ted with the turtleneck. Ted with the turtleneck can get it. This Ted, not a chance. And he's not no bad looking man. He really is not. He's not a bad looking man. There's literally nothing wrong with him. Nothing at all. He's actually aged some since I've seen him in Dreamgirls and things like that. He cool. He really is cool. But he ain't get my blood boiling. Turtleneck Ted, baby. Turtleneck Ted be giving, honey, what you doing after the movie, honey? That's what that's giving. It just is what it is. That's just a personal preference. That's all. I ain't gonna do the young man like that. He all right, but he ain't no turtleneck Ted. That Maurice is something serious, baby. Anyway, so that's that. So we ain't gonna beat him up. I was prepared to beat him up. I can't do it. He did a great job on his first scene. And then even going through playing with Bill, he played real well with the characters today. He really, really did. Now, you know who I want to see him play with? I want to see him play with Leslie and see how that goes. That's what I want to see. Oh, yes. And I need to see him play with Nicole, too. But I really need to see him play with Leslie and see how that's going to go. So that was that. And when they got done with the conversation, he basically told, Kat said to him, so if mom hadn't gotten pregnant, would you have left my mother for Leslie? And he's like, no, because no, not at all. By the time, he's like, it wasn't going to happen. Things switched around. And she said, am I the only reason why y'all's marriage survived? And he's like, no. No, it wasn't that at all. This, that thing, and the other. I was like, okay. So at the end of it, I think he was lying. I don't think he could actually really answer that honestly. I really don't. I think he was lying. But they hugged it out, and I said he got both his girls. So it's all right. And then when I thought it was sharp when he gave her the little invitation thing, said, you got a standing invitation, you and your mother, to come see me anytime you want. I said, okay, that was smooth. Now, Chelsea and Kat sit down together. They're sitting there, and Kat's telling her, we basically are both in the same boat when it comes to our family life now. And I apologize about how I was handling you when you were going through it, and I really couldn't see how that was affecting you. I just didn't get it. I get it, and I apologize. Which I laughed because ain't that the same thing her mother said to Danny? Same exact thing her mom said to Danny. So that was pretty groovy. And then as they're sitting there talking, Kat done sat up and figured out the whole Laura plan in the midst of their conversation. I seen her eyes twitching. I said, baby, her eyes is dancing. She's putting this shit together and she ain't liking what it's going together. I said, uh-huh, uh-huh. But she was thinking, she has it in her mind that Eva did it. She got it in her mind that Eva's the one that actually did it. And I was like, come on, Kat. Y'all ask why I like Kat. Kat got a third eye. Yeah, I likes Kat. Uh-huh. Now, Eva's sitting up there. It's her birthday. Today's her birthday. She running around. Leslie summoned her. I said, Leslie, what you great at? Summoned her. She flies out from where she at, runs right over there to see what her mother. I said, look at her playing in her face, honey. You can help me to get your dad to get Bill off me. He's making threats on me and this, that, thing, and the other. And she said, but I thought you wanted to see me because of my birthday. I said, little girl, we celebrated your birthday before everything went down, before you turned on me, remember? Look, she's so damn crazy. She couldn't even stay in her gaslighting foolishness. Oh, yeah, when Andre sat and talked to Eva and told Eva, why should I trust you? Like you was trying to take my aunt out. And by the way, your mother was gaslighting the hell out of you. I was like, damn, Andre. And she said, Mama was so forth and so, girl, don't nobody care. Girl, shut up. Don't nobody care. Your mother's a bitch. And don't nobody care. She keep rolling up on these people and wanting them to say, don't nobody see nothing her way. Your mother's a bitch. Period. I laughed so hard. Girl, shut up. Anyway, so Leslie played in her face, couldn't even stay in character because she's so mean and hateful. Told her, girl, we already did your birthday, girl. Get on out of here. Then told her, girl, shit. And the fact of it being your birthday, girl, it slipped my mind, honey. I got all this other stuff going on. She said, And this is where I was telling you earlier. Eva's just as nasty as her mother because when she said that, she hurt Eva's feelings. Eva got up out of all that and was like, oh, this is playing in my face. She said, okay. She said, you know what? No, I'm not going to be the go-between between you and my dad. No, I'm not getting ready to do that. And stop saying he did this and that to us. I'm not doing that. I ain't playing that game with you. Then she told her, she said, you know, it's only a matter of time before they start questioning you and your Laura situation. You got an alibi? I said, oh, so I don't know how y'all think that Eva ain't got some mess up her sleeve. She turned right on her mother and served her what she serves. I said, girl, no, you ain't poke your chest out at your mother. But she did. And baby, that Leslie got up from there, honey. And I wrote on my paper, it is on, honey. As Leslie told her ass off and left up out, she stormed up out of there. Happy birthday, little girl. I said, girl, I think you just started a fight. But I think she's ready for it. I think she's over it. I think she's over it. She sees that she has some backing. And I think she's about ready to start giving her mother the blues. But yeah, mama's going to be a little step ahead of you. Mama going to get you. She's going to show you how to do it for real. So this last little piece right here. Kat is over at her dad's house. She ran to her dad's because she ran off from, just said, I got to get to my dad and tell my dad what his little girl got in store. So she running over. I said, Kat, you great, get over there. Ted ain't get ready to hear it. He ain't great here. You're going to be mad as hell all over again. You're going to be right back where you started, but that's all right, baby. You got to do it. So Kat gets over there. He ain't there. And in the door walks Leslie. And that's where we were able to see her whole coat. Nasty. That coat was it. It was everything. And Kat got it right this time. They had this little back and forth. Kat turned her phone on, baby, on record and sat it on over there. And I said, She said, I ain't gonna mess it up this time. And I sat here, I was on the edge of my seat. I said, you better not tell her that you got this recorded. You better not. You better just record it and shut your damn mouth. Don't mess it up. You got to get this. You need this. Just chill. Kat played it perfect. She got to talking, going back and forth with her. And she told her, she said, so is this that thing? And the other, was it just a coincidence? She said, is it really just a crazy coincidence? The heifer said, crazy is not my preferred word. I said, okay. And I think while Kat was actually talking to her, that Kat kind of was piecing that it wasn't Eva. If anything, it was the two of them together conspiring to get it all together. I was like, come on, Kat. Come on, Kat. And she kept calling her little Miss Kit Kat Brad. I said, girl, all that old playing you doing, you really gonna piss Teddy off. Playing with Kat like that, you're gonna piss Teddy off. I can pretty much tell you. And girl, you're gonna keep on until Nicole not being nice. Because she's still talking nice. You're gonna push her till she really snatch you up in your collar. Just keep it up. Keep it up. So I was like, all right. She told her, she said, look at you. You just pointing the finger and you got all these different little suspicions, but you can't do a damn thing with it. And then when she did this to Kat, I said, no, she didn't. She's all in Kat's face. Kat kind of like, Kat ain't about that kind of life. She backed up a little bit. She gonna say, when she figured for her to move out her way, for her to sashay out that door, I fell out. I sat there Leslie. Kat moved on out the way, but when she went on out the door, she thought she was doing it. That baby, and Kat looked at that door and said, gotcha. And I fell out. I was like, yes, Kat. Got her recording. It's on there, baby. Ain't nobody erasing. She ready now. Kat's ready to do battle, and I'm ready to watch. So that is it. That was our Thursday. I told y'all Thursday always be our good cliffhanger on Thursday. What is next? Let's go, Kat. You got something to work with. I want to see, is she really piecing it and get it? I think it's going to be a minute because she's going to throw this stuff onto Eva. You hope it gets deleted. No, we already did that. You don't make the same mistake twice dealing with the same hose. No, D. Not happening. So I can't wait to see how this goes down. Listen, 43 minutes. I love y'all for real. Always a blast. It is 1:00 a.m. my time. I'm going to go lay myself down. And like I said, Final Destination, honey, save your money and watch it on a Sunday, child, when they show it on FX. Anyway, listen, I will talk to y'all later. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Maybe we'll get a Friday cliffhanger. I don't know that Friday's been good lately, but I know my Thursday, they never disappoint on Thursday. Never. They never do. Hey, LaShonda, red ball back. It was good. There was a lot of stuff. Good episodes. Really, really good. I enjoyed myself. All right, y'all. I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. Have a good night.